Good afternoon. We're having a look at the weekly Ftse chart, and as you can see, Ftse really didn't have a great time last week. We started the fall of the week. We started on the 7th of May on Tuesday, looking a bit iffy before that, but you know, Tuesday was the day when most of the action to the downside happened. We've got a weekly pivot point of 72.57. You can see that with the blue line here. Now, what's interesting about Ftse is if you see this line here that I drew in 2016, and I connected it to that low there, which I connected into March 2018. And if you can see, if you carried on that line, look, we virtually caught that high there. You can see where that line is, that come in at 75.18. Our high, as you can see over here, at that point came in at 75.28. So since then we've been going lower. Now the interesting thing about Ftse, I suppose, is the fact that we've got all the indicators on the weekly charts turning down. But what we do have on the daily chart is a slightly different picture. But if you look at the weekly 23.6 coming in at 72.78, after hours on Friday, the high went to 72.78. So, you know, if you're using these spread betting platform for charts, you can get the outside of hours data. I have both. I look at both, obviously, but mainly I look at just the cash market. But I can't ignore the fact that it did go up back to that 72.78 area after hours. So we've got these weekly moving averages coming in. You know what ones I look at. The ones that are important for you this week are the 55-day, and that is coming in at 73.02. And I'm also looking at the 9-week, sorry, that was the 55-week is at 73.02, and the 9-week is at 73.41. So it's going to be around that sort of area that I'm going to be having my little eyes on. Obviously, if we open up and we are above the weekly pivot, that's quite a positive sign for a move towards these higher moving averages. But let's just quickly take a look at the daily chart. So you can see where the cash closed. Now for 2 days, I have been talking about this 200-day moving average. Now the reason that is obviously very important is because there are a lot of traders out there who actually trade off of the 200-day moving average. I don't know why, but they do, and it's bounced every time. Yes, we closed lower cash, but we went up after hours. So we've got our daily pivot coming in for tomorrow at 72.20. Please keep your eye on this moving average, and tomorrow that is going to come in. If I just wiggle us out there, we're going to be coming in again at 71.94. Very important. Now, if you look at the 55-day moving average, that's coming in at the 50% level of 72.86. Remember, you've got 72.78 from the weekly. So all that area around this lot of resistance here is going to be quite important. So you've got that 55-day moving average coming in at 72.93. You've got that 72.78. You've got this 9-day moving average coming in at 73.24. So they're roughly up along those levels. Obviously, I'm doing this over a weekend and hoping that it's not all going to go horribly wrong when Asia opens. But as long as you keep in mind, you know, it is that 200-day moving average that is going to determine where we go. If you look at our indicators, you can see that we are at dangerously oversold levels on the stochastics. We've got the ROC still below the 0 line, but flattening out. And we've got the RSI, as you can see, just flattening out around that first area here. So that's at 24.63. Not dangerously overdone, but we need either to go sideways to get these off the floor, bearing in mind that the weekly charts are still pointing lower. Good luck. I'll catch you tomorrow.